They're the clowns in the closet and the whispering beasts under the beds. They speak of liberation in the darkness and uprising through the nights. They're the lips next to kids' ears at Monday morning bus stops and the hands held in the shadowless corners of prison cells. Take them away. Keep the gallery sat down when Scout Finch's father passes, sweep their feet from under them and let the mob get him. Give the shyest boy in period 4 no inkling he could be much more than this, the underdog that keeps the bullies back with compassion and questioning. Because I once saw a year 10 throw his copy of Mice and Men out the window when he couldn't handle what was happening to the gentle hero in the first book he had ever managed to navigate all the way through alone. It wasn't fair. But it's not that you're scared of, is it, Michael? The kids will get so wrapped up in the honesty and the hurt of those deep South American words. No, it's the fear they'll take a little too much from the fight backers, that they'll find the drive of the downtrodden guy and the hint of revolution at the end of chapter 5, the whisper of try harder. So give them Dickens to harden their fire, and other books they are too young and lacking in life experience to truly empathise with. Because when you're 13, you know the things you feel. The anger and the unfairness of it all. The unabashed passion for the girl who has all the answers and the heart-wrenching hurt that she never has any words for you in the lunch queue. The stuff that makes you sick and ball up your fists or makes that primal laugh escape with Pepsi Max up your nose and all over your mate's face. Not whether Wilkins McCorber has done his accounts correctly this month. Teach them to keep their stiff-lipped mouths shut. To put the gun back on the wall and drag that flea-bitten misery off the floor, force that nameless dog to carry his carcass if half-heartedness surrounds a little more, then stop that iron fist from further causing any damage, give a small, snivelling, chip-shouldered man his day of dignity. Tell me, Michael, did you just find a little too much of yourself in Curly? So give them safe stories, whose own authors recoil from being held up to the likes of Miller and Steinbeck and Lee. Grind them down with bleak Dickensian workhouses and a backbone that knows hard work until their bones run so solid with patriotism they are sick to the back teeth of English and drop it at 16. Burn out the writers of the next generation, so lacking in fiery, fierce imagination, they keep it locked up and under wraps, sitting in offices working out somebody else's maths to make ends meet, because what they learnt in school is that facts, not fiction, make you a real career. It's figures and swivel chairs and desktop computers, not the burning at the back of your brain when Scout first spots a figure in the corner of the room. Hey, boo. No. They won't know that urgent dread, and we can see the end before Lenny, and we want everything to change its course, but our teachers take us by the hands and lead us with fingers on triggers, teaching us for the first time the message that it isn't always black and white. Like when poverty locks communities into downward spirals and we demonise crimes of not having enough, it isn't always black and white. We'll fix that. By saying publicly that 90% of teenagers studying of Mice and Men is a disappointing statistic, you'll fix that by giving them Middlemarch over the crucible to get their teeth around. Silence the sound of one man standing up and saying he rejects the rights of those in power to determine his actions, put Theresa on our borders and turn back all the hopeful international students. Keep British books for the British in the fear that a few Romanian novels might move in next door. Protect your nationally centred curriculum from the naysayers, the chairs of boards, education experts, senior lecturers Mark Gatiss. And on a particularly rainy day, when the 99% of around you and all your mates up too much, twist the hate a little harder and make the distance between prison cells and literature a little wider. Claim incentives and benefits, reformation and rehabilitation, just to calm the quaking of your nerves when somebody mentions the power of education.